Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Ravens are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the... Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Ravens are top 10 in pass defense, and they're going up against a Lions team that needs to try and beat that secondary.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Detroit Lions. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Stay 50.
On first down at Stafford. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball near, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Flacco to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Flacco from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. So here come the Lions now. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set.
first down. Abdullah. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They go with Abdullah again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Abdullah, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 23 yards on the play.
It's gotten to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. A red zone first down for Flacco. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
48 for Mike. I'm here all day.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Second down. Here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Set. 180.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
He's going to let one, and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Flacco going long here for Wallace. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start the drive with Abdullah. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw is Stafford. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
To throw on third down, Stafford. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. A toss to Abdullah. And Abdullah lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I was fortunate enough to call Amir Abdullah's first start in college and his first start in the NFL with the Lions. And with the Lions, he turned the ball over in that first game. Fumbling was an issue in college, and it continued that way his first year in the NFL.
You mean you had a life before you met me?
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring that up. I wanted to keep that away, but yeah, I did.
I'll be in the corner quietly sobbing. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third down, Stafford eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Touchdown, Ravens.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. This is Collins on the toss. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down, Flacco now. That is caught at the 7th. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Tight ends on the loose. Monday. Tight ends on the loose.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's pulled in by the rookie Kenny Galladay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now it's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. Golden Tate's gonna go. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now it's Flacco. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Man left. 4 down.
They'll try the right side with Collins. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
Flacco here on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 48 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try again with Collins. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Flacco. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Benjamin Watson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Approach to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Pass incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Big 20. Zero.
Stafford on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Set. 250. Alert. 3 down. 21.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Tight end. 4 down.
And again, it's Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Lock it in.
We got 3. Fellas. We got 3.
Flacco. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch tight end. Everyone's got four down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Go, go, go. Hey, run it. Run. Oh, right there. All day, baby.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They go again with Collins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Walker in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. On second down, Collins. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5.
Tight left. 3 down.
180.
Mike 48. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Stafford down to throw. Ebron caught left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3 down.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Got 3 down.
They try the right side with Abdullah, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 down.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Set. 180. Hey, 50.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Set. 260.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Patriots, they've now taken the lead over the Bills. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hey, 22.
3 down.
On second down, here's Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
You ready?
3 down. 48 for Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Clock.
Watch twist.
Hey, 70.
They'll run for it. This is Abdullah. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Crash.
Amir Abdullah with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out this end. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Collins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can